At more than 1,400 hectares, the stunning and biologically diverse Wycliffe Conservation Complex is a patchwork of conserved lands managed by three partners: the Nature Conservancy of Canada, the Nature Trust of British Columbia, and the BC Ministry of Water, Land and Resource Stewardship. 2025-26 marked the seventh and final year of ecosystem restoration and enhancement projects across the complex, all under the umbrella of the Kootenay Connect initiative. As part of an annual report submission, this video describes three sub-projects administered by the Nature Trust of BC on behalf of the partners. Let's explore invasive plant management, fencing, and maintenance and monitoring efforts over the past year. The East Kootenay Invasive Species Council and its subcontractor were hired once again to complete invasive plant management efforts across the complex. Together, they were responsible for planning, coordination, inventory, treatment monitoring, long-term effectiveness plot surveys, mapping, data entry, and reporting. In 2025, chemical and mechanical treatments were carried out on 33 sites spanning more than 13 hectares, where 6 species were controlled. This represented both the 6th year of treatment and the 6th year of monitoring. 11 long-term effectiveness monitoring plots established in 2020 have been used to measure trends arising from control efforts. Broadly speaking, the plots represent what is happening across the landscape after 6 years of treatment. This graph shows changes over time at the monitoring plots. Early on, the percent cover of invasive plants is high, decreasing after the first treatment. After that, treatments become more targeted, moving towards the maintenance level. Since 2020, 143 hectares of treatment has resulted in a general reduction in invasive species distribution relative to the baseline conditions. Several species initially classified as high or medium distribution were reduced to medium or low levels. One species even appears to have been eradicated. However, there remain concerns, and a long-term ongoing control program will be necessary to ensure that progress is not lost across the complex. Based on a fencing plan developed several years ago, the partners prioritized 2 fence projects. These jobs were completed in-house and by hiring an experienced local contractor. The work took place between September and December and resulted in the removal of piles of old fencing materials, plus the replacement of a 1-kilometer derelict fence with a new range fence using wildlife-friendly design and build specifications. The partners have several years of evidence, including these videos from the latest project, showing that these fences work and can be built in a way that maintains connectivity across this important wildlife corridor. Fences serve an essential role at the complex. They mark legal boundaries and protect sensitive ecological values, including species at risk from outside threats such as vehicle and livestock trespass. Including this year's work, an incredible total of 27 kilometers of fence was either permanently removed from the landscape, repaired, replaced in situ, or newly built, all since 2021, and all with wildlife in mind. The final focus this year has been maintenance and monitoring, where 2 separate projects were implemented by contractors. The first included the inspection, maintenance, and repair of fences that were completed in previous years. It is vital that this infrastructure is monitored to protect the initial investment and ensure fences work as intended. The contract also included a summary report with recommendations for future maintenance and repairs. Finally, a contractor was hired to review the maintenance and monitoring plan originally written in 2021. The partners felt it was time to revisit this guiding document. The plan was significantly updated to include progress tracking, enhanced clarity on measures of success, changes to monitoring protocols, as well as revisions to maintenance schedules. This second version will be helpful to the partners in the years ahead. 2025 was another productive year. The highlight for the partners is seeing the impact that 7 years of ecosystem restoration and enhancement are having. This multi-year project and its many accomplishments leaves a legacy across the Wycliffe Conservation Complex. The partners would like to thank all of the contractors that helped us deliver projects this year, particularly the Rocky Mountain Trench Natural Resources Society and the East Kootenay Invasive Species Council. A very big thanks to our funders for their generous contributions this year and throughout the project. This includes Environment and Climate Change Canada, the Columbia Basin Trust, and the partners themselves. Finally, a big thank you to the Kootenay Conservation Program and its Kootenay Connect initiative for making this all possible.